All right, Rashad Milligan here for Rolling Out once again. I'm here with a very special guest. We have DJ Pretty Boy Tank. DJ, man, first things first, we're here today to remember young Dolph, who was killed yesterday in Memphis in his hometown at the age of 36. You were a friend of Dolph's. You worked with him before. My first question for you is, where were you when you first heard the news yesterday?
I was riding down County Road, and my homegirl actually sent it to me in a DM, and it was through a blog site. So you know how that goes. You're like, I don't want to see it, believe it. So I was actually on the way to pick up my invitations to Future's birthday party. I made it there, but I was so like in shock, I guess. I didn't even go outside to pick up my invitation. Like I didn't want to believe it.
Did you actually pick it up? Like eventually, did you work up, kind of muster it up to walk in there and pick up them? Dang.
I definitely didn't. It was like I actually literally pulled into the parking lot, and then I was just like, just doing the usual searching Twitter. And I kept seeing the same thing, and I didn't even go inside. It just kind of threw my whole day off, honestly.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. For me, it was like when I first heard about it, it was like what you said, like kind of like, okay, like TMZ didn't say it yet. So, you kind of looking around, and then you see like the Facebook live clips, and then you're like, well, maybe that's, so-and-so and so. But it's just kind of crazy once it was confirmed and everything like that. So I guess just how were you feeling at that time? I know you already said it ruined your day and you didn't want to go in to where you were going. But, just how did you react to it emotionally?
Kind of shell shocked, honestly. Like it still hasn't hit me fully. Like, you see the RIPs and the long lives, but it kind of takes a minute to actually hit you. I guess when you can no longer like reach out to that person, or you don't hear from them, that's when it actually like fully hits you. It still hasn't hit me.
Right, for sure. And what all right, we'll go with this one instead. When did you first meet Dolph?
I met Dolph probably around 2011. He was back and forth in Atlanta, like trying to get his mixtapes popping, trying to get his music popping. He had did a mixtape with DJ Scream. It was Welcome to Dark World. And that's kind of how I got put onto the music and put on to him.
And just background information for everybody watching, DJ Scream under Hoodabridge, same as DJ Tank over here. So yeah, just background information for the people, Man, the thing that pops out to me first, got it over your shoulder, the obituary for Bankroll Fresh. So I guess you said the Dolph hasn't really hit you yet until it gets to that point where you can't contact them anymore. So I want to ask you about with Bankroll Fresh, at what point did that really hit you that it was real?
No, like it probably that's a good question. I never been asked that question, honestly. It kind of hit me instantly as far as like, wow, like kind of like in a shock. I was in shock for at least 2 weeks, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it hit me, but like, I'm just really going through the motions. I'm not really trying to believe it or anything. But with Bankroll, it hit me instantly because I was actually there when everything happened. So, I'm seeing stuff with my own eyes.
Yeah.
And then, like I say, I was in shock for like 2 weeks, and it really never, still to this day, fully hit me. Like, because I try to keep his name alive. So, it never like just sits in with you.
How is it with the I guess with hip hop, it's like a lot of times when these things happen, like the artists have like songs or lines that are kind of like chilling of them kind of like even predicting in a way like what happens.
Right.
I guess for you being in hip hop and stuff like how difficult has it been for you, kind of going through this part of the industry and stuff?
It's definitely a challenge. Like, dealing with hip hop, it's one of the most unpredictable genres that listen to, that you hear about or whatever. So it's just the ongoing challenge. Like, you have to prepare yourself for stuff that you can never fathom, honestly. Like, so every day is really like something new that you have to deal with as far as challenges, adversity. So you never mentally prepared, physically prepared, or none of that. It's just, kind of sad to say is you gotta expect the unexpected or expect the worst sometimes.
And isn't like I guess like the part that's even more sad than that is like once you make it, you're supposed to make it. You're supposed to get out, and then it's like now, like if you make it, it's not even. If anything, it kind of like might put a microscope on you. You know what I'm saying? So I guess just
Right.
From that side of things, but was there ever a moment where you kind of like relaxed or anything like, man, I'm DJ Pretty Boy Tank now, like I'm good. But was there ever a moment like that for you, or have you always just remained on your toes forever?
In the back of your mind, you always have to remain on your toes, your P's and Q's. But, I grew up on the east side of Atlanta. I grew up, it was a lot of, it went from the club scene, the music scene went from fighting to, shooting to growing up to seeing people get shot, killed, or whatever. So I'm not gonna say it was kind of like a natural thing. You just kind of like, unfortunately, kind of get used to it. So like with me, I just really, you know, I keep I always keep things in the back of my mind, but I try to remove myself from just dangerous situations as much as possible.
How did those situations from you growing up on East Side compared to the fresh situation at the
Uh,
studio?
it was kind of like situations that I seen growing up, like with fresh situation. Like, I had homeboys or, people close to me who passed away, or I seen people close to someone close to me pass away. So I kind of was on the outside looking in. So I always had a perspective of it. But it's you just don't be prepared for that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Honestly. You just
yeah.
can't.
With Fresh, I remember I was at the A3C pop up, and it was like
Right.
5 months, and he said, he was trying to get everybody out because he's just jumping all over the stage full of energy, and he said,
Right.
man, if you don't care about what the next person think because life too short, let me hear you scream. And then he did some, I forgot what he did. It's probably like ESPN or something like that. But he had so much energy. He was talking about like just like the importance of enjoying life and stuff like that.
Right.
Just with him, what was one moment or one thing that he told you about life that you'll keep with you forever?
A lot of people may know, but they may not know that, Fresh was like a brother, a real friend to me. Like before the music, he used to come to my house, talk, you know what I'm saying? We talked about life all the time, like bigger plans farther than music, as far as us taking care of our families. And he always preached to me that, Tank, I want you to be as big as me. Like he would
Mm.
always do a good job of bigging up others around him. That was one of his good qualities. Like he always made you feel like, oh yeah, I need to be as big as, what I'm saying, this or whatever. So, this just something that you can't replace. And I always appreciate him for that. Like to this day, I hear him in the back of my mind saying, Tank, you need to be big, you need to go harder. That's something that's always stay with me.
And with I guess with Dolph, was there anything that he told you that you'll keep or whatever from those interactions with him?
Man, Dolph always preached the money route. Like what I got on right now, paper route.
Yeah.
Like he was a money-minded individual. And then like, you know, in the recent years, he was purchasing houses and stuff like that. He was evolving into, what I'm saying, the entrepreneur dog. And like a lot of people were trying to get him to, know what I'm saying, just I ain't gonna say rap about it, but like brag about, what I'm saying, your business ventures and stuff like that. So, that's one thing that always gonna stay with me. Anytime somebody say Young Dolph, money. Always money. Because he made you, know what I'm saying? Even when I listen to him, like he just motivates you to get money. So what you listen to, know what I'm saying, is basically the same thing that he would preach. Like, I just want to get this bag, just want to trying to get this money, trying to stay out of the way. And that's all it really was about with him.
And I guess just seeing him operate as a man, because a lot of times with these like figures, Bankroll Fresh, the Young Dolph, like we look at it like, dang, like I really like this music, like, hey, I really like this music, but people don't really see the human side of it. So I guess with from a human side, what's one human thing about Dolph that people might have known, from the outside looking in?
I'm gonna say this about Bankroll and Dolph because they're both Leos. and they're both like 5-6 days apart. I'm an Aries, so if you know anything about fire signs, you know we like this.
Yeah.
And man, really, there's really nothing. Like I said, the only thing people probably didn't know, he was a real entrepreneur. He owned several businesses. Everything else with Dolph, you know what I'm saying? What you seen is what you got. Like it wasn't no facade. It wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? No turn off, turn on switch. No, he had white fans, black fans,
Yeah.
he had all types of fans. So, you know, that's probably the only thing I would really tell people about Dolph. Like he was a real businessman.
And you said the same thing with Fresh too, right?
Yeah, the same thing with Bankroll. You know, they real businessman, real family oriented as
Mm-hmm.
well. Like, you know, like they gonna make sure you taking care of your family as well. Or make sure, like, I remember around Christmas time with Fresh, he was asking me, like, you know, anybody in your family need anything? You need any money for Christmas gifts? The same thing with Dolph. Like, he's gonna treat you like family. He's gonna make you feel warm. Even after Fresh passed away, like, I want to say I was waiting outside a concert, and the security was tripping on to get me in, and Dolph and Pee Wee Longway was walking up, and both of them was like, "Man, come on, man, you like, even after that, like, you know, it just make you feel like you was wanted, like you wasn't, know what I'm saying, just pressured to be around, like make you feel like family.
Well, what can I guess we do to I don't know, like I guess what do you think? Do you think hip hop has an issue right now going on with violence in the community? And I guess if you do think there's an issue, how can we go about solving that?
Um, yeah, it's definitely an issue. It's been an issue since, I guess, since the mid-90s, early 90s or whatever. You know, hip hop is real territorial. So, you know, with territory, it comes, you know, people protecting their quote unquote territory. So, you know, you just got I honestly don't know. I've been asking myself the question for the past 20 years since Big and Tupac died. That is really the only thing I could suggest what people should do. You know, just get your money, stay out of the way. Get your money and stay out of the way. Like, don't worry about what the next person got going on. That's what, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people's downfall be. Get your money, stay out of the way, and just stay focused, stay consistent. That's if you're doing that, you don't have time to do anything else. You don't have time to see what this person got going on. You don't have time to, know what I'm saying, engage in this beat. You should be, you know what I'm saying, focus on everything in your business, what you got going on. And that's all I can really like advise people to do. Like, I don't, it's just really just a territory issue. And once people get over that mentality, then everything could be okay, should I say. But as long as people stuck in that, you know what I'm saying, this my side, this my hood, then it's gonna be an ongoing cycle.
Are you going to move any different now after the Dolph situation than you had before? Or is it you've already been moving? You know, like you said,
Yeah,
looking.
no, probably not. You know, I've been moving different since the bankroll situation,
Mhm.
so it probably won't change with me. You know, just appreciate people more. Every time you
Mm.
lose somebody, you got to appreciate more and more people. So probably a little bit more appreciation than other people close to me.
How do you deal with this? Because I remember I was watching another interview of yours where you're talking about with the bankroll situation, you were depressed for like a year. Um,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I guess just how do you deal with that grief? How do you mourn?
Um, you take your time. Honestly, time heals everything. And then a lot of people get caught up with I guess listening to others, like having this person in their ear, having that person in their ear. And you really can't do that. You just really gotta take your time. You gotta do what's best for you. People used to tell me all the time, you need to go to therapy, but I always had the mentality like, how can someone who's never been through what I've been through tell me what to do? But me having, you know what I'm saying, uh, seeing the bigger picture, should I say, you know, I end up going to therapy and, you know, actually like listening and talking to someone who can guide me through things. They might not be able to, you know what I'm saying, tell me exactly what I should do, but, you know, therapy always helps. I always tell people that. I was a big no therapy. But it really does help, especially with black men, man. Get you some therapy. There's nothing wrong with it.
What was your initial hesitation with therapy, as a black man?
Like I said, I felt like, how can someone who's never been through what I've been through tell me how to maneuver through things? Or how can someone who's never, grew up or, you know, been through the situation that I've been through give me advice on something? That was
Yeah.
my biggest thing. And then, I had to basically look at the bigger picture. Like, you need someone to talk you through this. You don't need advice on
Right.
how to do it. You need someone to help talk you through it, so you won't be sitting there talking to a wall, or
Yeah.
anything crazy.
Uh,
I was real standoffish about it.
I know you guys at Hoodrich, you all played a part in Major, one of I was about to say Dolph's biggest records. And so like how did that all come about together, and how was that, working on that record, pushing that record and stuff like that?
Like I say, like most of us at Hood Rich, I can say pretty much all of us, we big Dolph fans. Like, so a lot of things with music, it comes with being a fan first with us. I posted a video on my Instagram earlier today when I first heard Major. It was he had a release party at Brother, and it's a Dolph song. I like Dolph.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Dolph. So anything he did, I was gonna support it. Anything I didn't like, I was gonna tell him, like, nah, this is like, you could probably go dig up some tweets right now. Like, I think the last project of the recent project, I was like, that's my boy. If you know me, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I'm gonna tell you if I like it, if I don't.
Right.
But with Major, it was easy. It was just, I don't know what it was, like with records and us breaking records. If women like the song, then everyone will like it. So that's really what it was. Like, women start liking the song, and we just, it's a Dolph song. Everybody, the women love Dolph.
Yeah.
So it was real, just easy to push. And I actually got a gold plaque for that.
Yeah. And I guess so. Just like, what do you want to say, I guess, to Dolph right now, for, I guess, appreciation of the plaque, and, just all your relationship throughout the years with him?
Man, one thing I can say, like, with Dolph and Bankroll, I gotta include him in this. They knew how I felt. Like, I'm not one of those type of people who, just hide their feelings. No, you're gonna know, like, bro, I love you. Like,
Yeah.
And even if I was talking to him right now, like, bro, I love you. Like, I'm not gonna stop pushing your music.
Yeah.
Like, gonna make sure, that the dream still keep going. Like, this paper route still keep flowing. And that's really it, man. Like, just too much love. Like, words can't describe it.
And what's the importance, going off of that, of black men telling other black men and their friends, yo, bro, I love you, man. This was hard. I really, this track was hard. What is importance of that?
He preached in his songs as well too. Like, he saying, what song? I can't even name the song. Tell all my niggas I love them. Why they here, don't take them for granted. That's what he said. That always, like, that's the thing that stay with me in life. Like, tell your people that you love them always.
And what is your favorite Dolph song?
Hey, it's funny you asked this. I was trying to figure that out this morning.
Yeah.
Like, you got a mood for every Dolph song. Like, I probably got, like, if I want to drive real fast, I'm probably listening to 100 Shots.
Yeah.
Or if I'm, want to turn up in the club, or if I want to work out, I'm probably listening to Get Paid or something like that.
Yeah.
So, it just depends on what mood you're in. Like, and then, I will say this. I think my favorite Dolph project is tie. It was between King of Memphis and High Class Street Music 4. My favorite two Dolph projects.
You actually had a mixtape hosted, you and Fresh, with Dolph on it. Do you remember that project at all?
Vaguely.
Man, it's been a career for you. If you don't even remember the tapes. There's too many.
Man, it's too many. And then, like, with working with Fresh, like man, we was putting out so much music, and we
Yeah,
still
yeah.
have so much music. So it's kind of like if I start listening, I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember, and then I'd be like, I remember exactly what I was when I did it. So, but nah, vaguely, definitely vaguely remember.
Yeah, Fresh is he put out a lot of music, and a lot of people talked about how hard he worked. I guess with all the rappers that you've seen firsthand in the studio, where did Fresh rank as far as hardest worker and rappers?
Number one, hands down, number one. It's no like Future is a close second. Future is a maniac when it comes to recording, but Fresh, man, I'm talking about 15-minute songs, and the way he recorded, it was like, wow. Like he would record it. I guess he could hear it in his head, and then like the way he would record it, he'd be like, wow. So, like Fresh, hands down. He was in the studio all day. He didn't like you to know that he was in the studio because he didn't want to be bothered.
Mm.
He might wake up in the morning, come to my house, go to his granny's house, or you know what I'm saying, do something with the kids, go to one studio, go to another studio, and go to another studio, and just studio hop. So that's why he had so many songs, number one. And then like, you know, it's still hard to meet it to this day, tracking down music, because people be like, oh, I found this Fresh song. So he's definitely number one.
What do you think it is about? Oh, my bad for cutting you off there.
Go ahead.
What do you think it is about, Fresh, that was Atlanta Street Exist studio, and Dolph at the cookie shop in his own Memphis? Why do you think it happens so often in the hometowns?
Number one, jealousy. You know, people that you grew up around, or even people that you didn't grow up around, people just see you around. They just automatically jealous. So they figure, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna see if I can catch you while you're comfortable or whatnot. So jealousy is really, it's not about money. It's not about, you know what I'm saying, anything else. People just really just naturally jealous of what you got going on, what you got. And it's just a sad situation, man. Like, cause I feel like the next man could have the same thing if they just work hard.
Why do you think that jealousy is so kind of rampant in the Black community, with Black men, with Black versus, like, because in country you don't see it like or this often, where one country singer's jealous of another white country singer, and then one of them dies. Like, why didn't that happen in that community?
It's, like I say, people, know what I'm saying, want to attain stuff that's easy. They want it to fall in their lap. They don't want to work hard for it. So a lot of people feel like rap is an easy gateway to get out. It kind of is, because we have so many quote unquote one-hit wonders, but at the same time, like, you don't know the work that it takes to be a one-hit wonder. Sometimes it takes 10 years to be a one-hit wonder. People don't know that. So people just look at it, you know what I'm saying, as an easy way out, easy access to, you know what I'm saying, to being noticed, being notarized. And clout is also a drug. People, know what I'm saying, want to be famous. They don't want money, they just want to be known. So that's like, it's really a drug, honestly. So I don't even know, man. This shit, it's sad. It's just real sad.
With clout for you, did you ever find yourself at any point of your career getting kind of caught up or lost in the clout and stuff?
No, and honestly, people say I need to be more, I'm not gonna say a clout chaser, but people always tell me, like, you need to, know what I'm saying, let people know who you are. You need to tell your story more. You need to stand on your name more. And I feel that, but I feel like it's gotta come naturally, because it's not in my character. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm DJ Pretty Boy Tank. I did such and such. I'm gonna let my name speak for it. And like, oftentimes when I introduce myself to people, I tell them to Google me. And that's not, know what I'm saying, me trying to, be arrogant or anything. Is I've done so much. So it's easier for you to go and read, oh, you such and such, versus me telling you. So I ain't never got caught up in the clout thing. Like, even sometimes when I've been telling myself, like, you Pretty Boy Tank, you need to start telling people, but I just be like, oh, I'm Tank.
where do you think that came from?
Just me being humble, just me. I wasn't raised like that. Like I got attention, I got love growing up, so I wasn't ever searching for, trying to get a name or anything like that. I always was a talented DJ that always spoke for itself. So, I just never needed that. And I ain't never been no, what I'm saying, no attention seeking type of person. Cause it's good attention and bad attention. I didn't want the bad attention.
Well, what's your favorite Bankroll Fresh song?
That's a good question. That's a real good question. By default, I'm going to say ESPN because that's a public song. That's by default. But I probably say I don't want to say the wrong thing. Okay, he got a song called Van Damme. I just like it because of the beat and the flows unorthodox. It's on his Bankroll Fresh project, and probably That's What's Going On.
Okay,
because it was so much truth in that. But like those two songs just off real.
And then like I said, going back to the Obituary, kind of wrapping things up here. Like with the Obituary, what does that mean to you when you see it up on the wall and stuff like that every day?
Actually, I can't show everything, but
oh yeah.
I'm sitting on the bed right now, and that's over my head. So I feel like he sleeps over my head. Also, I have a picture of me, him, and Bucci facing my bed. So my mom always says like in the picture he's looking at me and Bucci are looking at the camera. So my mom always says like he's always watching you. He's here. That's your brother's keeper. So I feel like him over my shoulder, him, know what I'm saying, facing me while I sleep. He's always watching me.
Well, DJ Pretty Boy Tank, we appreciate it so much. Taking out the time once again. Sorry for your loss. Is there anything else that you'd like to add? Anything that you'd like to, maybe plug or keep people to think of in this time of remembering Dolph and Bankroll Fresh?
Man, I just want to say two things. Rule number 1, get the money first. Rule number 2, don't forget to get the money, man. That's it. Long live Bankroll, long live Dolph.
I appreciate it so much, DJ.
I appreciate you, bro.